I just saw Survivor Series and just the main event, Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. Brock shoves Goldberg into the corner. Goldberg pushes him off and then immediately spears him. Spears him again. Jackhammer. Less than a minute, and Goldberg annihilates Brock Lesnar. I just had to deal with something, but I just had to make a video about this because I'm fucking speechless. Like, just the most hyped up match, and it ends in less than a second, and Goldberg, fucking Goldberg, beats Brock's. He took his victory. This is the first time Brock has ever been pinned since he broke the streak. And Goldberg takes it, and considering the length of the match, I highly doubt he's ever going to have another one. It's dead! The streak is finally dead! It's gone! If Goldberg if Goldberg is done in the WWE, it's over! It's over! Goldberg has taken Brock the momentum any young superstar could have gotten from beating Brock and taken it away. And you know what? I love it. Fuck that momentum. Nobody deserves that much momentum, and I'm glad it's gone. But oh my, holy shit. I'm speechless that this happened. And the crowd was chanting for Goldberg. I don't know how, considering that I thought people would hate this. They would hate that Goldberg not only beat Brock, but fucking massacred Brock. 2 spears, 1 jackhammer. That's it. That's it. And it was less than a minute. It was less than a fucking minute. I mean, I heard rumors about Goldberg being injured before the match, but if that was the case, I would never have expected them to have Goldberg fucking win. I would have thought they would have just had Brock pick him up for a for maybe just work a slow-paced match, then Brock picks him up for the F5, 1, 2, 3. But this, I honestly don't know how to feel. I mean, I said I would have been okay with Brock losing because Goldberg said this would probably be his last match. And this was a squash. Actually, more than a squash. It was absolute destruction. It made Brock look like an absolute fool. It made Brock look like the weakest thing in the world. He made him look like James fucking Ellsworth. And even he was just... This is unbelievable. I can't fucking believe this happened. It's just... And this show was set to go for 4 hours. The show is now... at the time I'm recording this, the show ended about 15 minutes ago, I think. I'm not entirely sure. The show started at 1 o'clock in my time, and it's 4:30. That's 3.5 hours. In fact, I think it's less than that, because I think I was stamping around just collecting my funds for 15 minutes. So it lasted for 3 hours and 15 minutes. And Goldberg, they had time, and Goldberg crushes Brock. Goldberg annihilated Brock. Holy shit. And not only that, they also shocked me earlier. It was like, they had the women's match, and I got the prediction exact. I predicted that the match would end with Charlotte and Bayley to build towards that. Was 100% right. Then they had Sami versus Miz. I predicted Sami would win, but he would be drafted to SmackDown. Miz won. That's to be expected. Then the tag match, I expected SmackDown to win this one. Raw won, which was a bit disappointing. Match was good, but that was a bit disappointing because that essentially meant that Raw had won. But if they were counting the other matches, then maybe. Then we had Kendrick versus Kalisto. Kendrick wins by disqualification. Raw has pretty much won the night, so the last match didn't really mean anything. It lasted quite a while, and the survivors were the Wyatts. The Wyatts beat both Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. The Wyatts. And then I mean Randy and Bray. And Bray got both the pins. Are they actually now deciding to make Bray look great? Because Bray just fucking saved SmackDown. Well, Bray and Orton, but that was... I did not expect that. I thought for sure it was going to be Styles to be the top guy. Yeah. Also, Shane, please tell me you're okay, because that spear, I'm not. I think Roman might have botched it, but especially since he kicked out, essentially, because his shoulder was up, but he really didn't look that good. I'm hoping he's okay. So if Roman did wrong there, Roman, you've been talking about getting a title shot. I say you lose that US title right the fuck now. And don't go in for a title picture ever again. So yeah, the Wyatts won. But this match, it both exceeded and disgraced my opinions. I mean, my thoughts going into this match. I thought this match was going to be an okay spectacle, probably not a good match. And this is barely a match. It's essentially a squash. Credit where credit is due. It's better than the first encounter, because the first encounter was a slow, boring match. This was fast-paced and over in less than a minute. So that's 2-0. Goldberg crushed Brock. The momentum of the streak is dead. Hopefully. Brock. I don't know what to do with Brock. Is this punishment? Is this punishment for what happened in Minneapolis? It's like, if you don't remember, there was a Raw a few weeks ago which was fucking terrible. One of the big reasons for why was because there was a Paul Heyman promo. That was supposed to respond to Goldberg accepting his challenge, and Heyman's promo was all about getting the crowd to chant for Goldberg to piss Lesnar off. But the problem was that they were in Minneapolis, Brock's hometown. So of course the entire crowd was behind Brock and completely against Goldberg, because Brock's their hometown hero. I'm really wondering how the people in Minneapolis are feeling today, with how much they supported Brock. I'm wondering how they feel right now if they watch this match. Is that what this is? Is it punishment? Was it a way for Goldberg to not work hurt? Because it's certainly not going to boost video game sales, I think. I'm not sure. It's just, of all the things I expected from this match, this was not it. And I'm about happy and unhappy at the same time. I didn't get a match, but the streak is dead. I don't know. Just unbelievable. That's essentially what I can't believe this happened. That's essentially it. I think I've calmed down a little bit now, but I still don't. I don't know if I'm supposed to be sad, if I'm supposed to be happy, if I'm supposed to be angry, if I'm supposed to. It's almost like when the streak ended. The actual streak, I mean, you know, when Undertaker lost to Brock. But there, I was at least somewhat baffled by the decision, and I thought it was a dumb decision. This? I'm not entirely sure it was a dumb decision or not. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to think. Are they building towards something? Are they doing anything? There's no point in having a second match now. Goldberg has beaten Brock twice now. First at WrestleMania, and now here. There's no point in continuing. The story is over. Brock lost the first time, and when they actually gave a shit, Goldberg annihilated him. So essentially, the story you're telling me here is that in somewhat of his prime, and when Goldberg was leaving and didn't give a shit, he's still able to beat Brock. When both men didn't give a shit, Brock still won. And then Brock comes back, and Brock is much better than he ever was. Goldberg gives a shit and is training like mad to get into a match with Brock, and fucking annihilates him. That's the story they're telling here. Brock fucking was a fucking pushover compared to Goldberg. That's what they're telling me here. They're telling me that Goldberg is now the greatest athlete in the world. A guy who hasn't wrestled in 12 years takes the strongest superstar on the roster and fucking plows through him like a fucking bulldozer. This. I'm sure people are going to be angry. I fully expect that. And I know why. You didn't get a match. Brock's momentum. A lot of people wanted Brock to lose the momentum to someone young. It's gone. It's dead. Goldberg is taking it away. And a lot of people felt Goldberg shouldn't have won. Like at all. So I fully expect people to be angry. Hell, I understand. But personally, I really don't know how to feel. The shock, it's still lingering. And this finish, like I was a bit tired, you know. I prepared for this match, but it's almost 5 o'clock in the morning now. And I was prepared to stay up that long and go to bed after that. But now I'm wide awake. Because that match just shocked me so much that I want to know. What do you do now? What's going to happen? Well, I think I can basically sum it up in 2 words. I can sum it up in 2 words how I feel about this whole situation. Holy shit.